Good morning. Thank you for joining me. My name is Johnny. I really appreciate you folks taking time out of your busy schedule today to join me. I'll be roughly talking about mass transportation. Should the County of Hawaii increase mass transportation? I'll be talking along about that. A couple of people I've talked to about mass transportation here also, and some of the outcomes that we will have or actually be looking forward to have put in place on the island of Hawaii. For me, I come from Oahu, so it's really different to be here and not be able to just hop on a bus at any given time. Late nights, early mornings, anytime. I just, one way is Waianae, Waikiki, here I'm coming. Even for go to work, you can get up early, catch the bus, stay out of traffic. Same here too. I think just because Oahu is a metropolitan, I assume that's why there's so much buses there. I would think because we're in a rural area, rural island, we should have more buses, increase it for the benefits of the people of Hawaii. From what I understand, they have increased riders on the island of Hawaii due to the fact that we do have some buses. I also found out that we have bus stops now in Hawaiian Paradise Park. They even go up to Ainaloa, the bus now. This was all new to me. I didn't even know that. I just thought people stood on the side of the road and caught the bus wherever they wanted to stop. In Oahu, like I said, you don't have that. You have designated bus stops with shelters, proper lighting and everything. Here, just this morning as I was coming in, I could see some people sitting in that hot sun with their bicycle waiting for the bus on the side of the road. On Hilo, we rain a lot, right? So don't we deserve more bus stops, shelters, protected for our families and stuff? Yeah, that's my opinion. But what I did on my research found out is that in 2010, October, Senator Daniel Inouye had donated a little over $7 million for us to get our buses running on the island, and that's when it basically started. From what I understand, there's now 55 buses we have. I don't know if any of you saw 55 buses on the island, because when I go, it's either broken, people on the side of the road waiting for another bus to come. The gripe I hear from other people, like the workers, I've talked to a couple mechanics, and they're very short-handed on trying to keep our buses running on mass transportation. So it's very difficult. A lot of people like Councilman Igana, he's really fighting for the families and the mothers and children that have to wait on the side of the bus, like down HPP, down at up Ainaloa. So he's also advocate to really push for us to get more transportations on the island. I also are pushing to get later hours for students. A lot of students, I hear we got another bus stop up at UH, but the fact is there enough for students to want to come to class late at night? To be able to say, I can't get a ride, I live Puna, I live Kau. No buses, we can't get more students to stay in school. That's another fact. With the increase of the bus fare, because at one point there was free bus rides for everybody, and it doubled. From what the 2000 census of the United States said, that even though it's just 1%, that's 1% of Puna commuters have doubled since we had the free ride share back in the days. And that was a 2000 census, but now we pay $2 general price, $1 for disabled individuals, senior citizens, children under 5 ride free. So it's a pretty good price, because from what I understand, the mechanic says $2 is very cheap, $1 is very cheap. On an average, it costs almost $7 for them to operate per rider to ride the bus. So $7 versus $2 and $1, it's pretty reasonable. But what we do need is more buses, more councilmen, more people like Daniel Inouye helping out, matching dollar for dollar if possible. I talked to Mr. Tokeshi. He's a senior project construction inspector for the Department of Public Works, and I asked him about mass transportation. Should we increase mass transportation? And he agrees that we should. His personal feelings on the matter he had put was that he believed mass transportation should be increased to provide more opportunities for the public to travel to their appropriate destinations. Many of the public depend on mass transportation for work usage due to fuel costs and decrease of daily traffic. So, yeah, for work, but yet I also want to see more buses in play for students. I think we could get more of an increase in our bringing money to the islands if tourists had a chance to have more buses going around the island. I hear it goes around the island, but it's not an enjoyable ride to go around our island on our buses, our Helion buses. In Oahu, you see the tourists jumping on, the workers. You got mixed people on these buses for different reasons. Here, it's basically school, work. We don't really have that much traffic problems here yet. I hear they're planning to make, up in Puna, a hub, which is a turnabout, like, where everybody sits there, waits for the buses to come, they turn around. And it's safer because it's gonna be like a shelter, a hub shelter and stuff, so. Also, I had asked Mr. Tokeshi about more bus shelters. He said currently they're working on getting more shelters put in place for people to be safe and, you know, to wanna catch the bus more. I asked about increasing the scheduling of more hours. There's no talk about that yet by anybody on the board or anywhere. My cousin, she's a councilwoman, Valerie Poindexter. She also feels that this mass transportation is very important to the people of Hawaii, on the island of Hawaii, actually, county of Hawaii. So, roughly, basically, like I said, the census said that its head is increased. We also have bus passes, I don't know if you folks know real fast. We have bus passes for the month. They run $60, I think it is, general, $45 for UH students or regular students. So if you catch the bus, we have, and then they also have tickets of $10 for $15 and $7.50. Yeah, so we also, they have monthly passes, check back with them if you don't, you know, check with, they started that up recently again, they said.
Well, save me gas, man.
Yeah, exactly, save gas, yeah. You know, and then the buses, you gotta figure, we got 6 districts we gotta run through. You know, Kona, Kohala, Waimea, Hilo, Puna, Kau. So, even if we don't have 55 buses in play, that's still a lot of area that they gotta cover in just 6 districts, because we're so far out districts. So, like I said, there is UH, also, if I don't know if you folks know, there is UH ride share programs on UH. Look on this website, UH. You can sign up to either be a driver and help students get to school also, or you can learn how to catch a ride with someone else that's driving in to help save money. Not too many people took advantage because not too many people know about it.
I didn't know if I knew that. Jeez,
Yeah, so we have.
Save me $50 a week on
Yeah,
gas.
so we have a UH, please check. Yeah, so
Oh,
please check
okay,
it out, it's
okay.
on the UH portal. I mean, might do some people some good, it might get it more going too. Keep the program going before we lose something like this. So, yeah, so like I said, bottom line is, they've spent a lot of money so far, over $7 million and still going. And with the fees from the bus people that ride the riders, we've actually incurred well over $600,000 just by people riding the bus. So it does help, it really does help if people really gets into riding the bus. And we talk to our council members and stuff like that, keep it going. So please, make use of what we have. There's more information online about that at MTA, the Mass Transportation Association, Helion Bus down in Hilo. Please check out the bus passes that they have. The more we have these, the more they want to give us more, the more we'll save our environment also and our ecosystem by using these things. So, oh, and also real fast, I don't know if folks know, they charge for you to carry on luggages also, anything bigger than 16 inches by 10 inches.
$1 or is it $2?
Yeah, dollar, yeah, skateboards
Oh, yeah, 'cause I
and stuff
still
like
ride
that.
a bus every single day from morning 5:30 in the morning till about 5 o'clock I get home. Back and forth for grocery shopping.
Yeah, and they charge you for those grocery bags
Yeah.
too? Yeah, you
Yeah.
see? So, that's just them trying to make revenue. So the more riders we can get to do it, I think the less they will start charging us to bring on groceries that we need to bring home to our family, since we live 20 miles away from a grocery store, 30, 40 miles away from a grocery store. So the more riders we can get, the more I think they will take away that charges from us. So right now, it's just because the bus fares are cheap, that's all. So that's why we incur these charges.
They're coming, but yeah, like you
Yeah.
said, they should increase the hours because
Yeah.
for 5:30, then no more on a bus till about 10 o'clock
Yeah.
down Hawaiian beaches, like
you're like messed up that way.
Yeah.
A lot of people you see them like this.
Yeah.
And when I'm on the road, I will pick up a lot that I can because it's hard. I understand. You know, I've hiked long places in Oahu myself, even though there's plenty of buses. It's just back then you don't have loose change. You know, the bus pass now. You know, so, but yeah, it really helps if we say, what do you think? So it's something for you to think about. I really agree, and I feel that we should increase mass transportation on the County of Hawaii.
Sign me up.
Yep, so thank you very much for joining me. I hope this really helped you folks learn more about our bus, and I wish I had more time to spend with you folks to tell you everything else. But thank you for joining me, I really appreciate it.